Do you like John Connor?
John Connor?
The prophesized war hero of the future?
Of course we do.
Well, now you can bring him home. It's the most exciting soldier the world has ever known.
John Connor!
Wow!
Oh my God!
It's really him.
That's right. It's
John Connor!
So what does he do?
He's
John Connor!
Yeah, but what does he do?
He's the most exciting soldier the world has.
Yeah, no, we heard that, but what's he actually done?
Well, he said his name a lot.
My name is John Connor.
This is John Connor.
John Connor!
This is John Connor.
Is that the most he can do is just be John Connor?
Well, you can't do it.
I guess that's true.
But why would I want to be John Connor if all that means is being John Connor?
Look, we didn't think that far ahead with this. We thought we'd have one movie, two at the most. So we didn't flesh out why John Connor would be that great a hero.
So he's like an influencer? We're just supposed to love him because he exists?
I mean, yeah, sure, let's go with that.
I don't know, man. This is sounding a little shady.
Did I mention he has his own makeup line?
He does?
And he loves to take pictures of meals at restaurants.
I do that too. We have so much in common.
And he totally agrees with your political views.
Which one?
The bad people are bad.
Oh my God, we're practically the same person.
So what are you waiting for? Judgment Day? It's funny. Get John Connor because, you know, he's
John Connor!
and that's enough.
Hello, I'm the Nostalgia Critic guy, remember? So you don't have to. Well, let's talk about the worst Terminator film. No, it's not that. Let's talk about the riskiest Terminator film. No, not that either. Let's talk about the most action-packed Terminator film. Let's talk about the one you forget even exists. Released in 2009 and directed by Nick G, the only director to sound like a rapper promoting a McDonald's sandwich, this was not only the first Terminator film to not have Arnold in it, but it was also the first one to be rated PG-13. I guess 3 technically doesn't count. But audiences weren't just interested in Arnold and bloody gore. They checked out the film for its story, characters, and stamp of approval. The Terminator films will always— No, it bombed hard! It did much better overseas, but neither critics nor audiences seemed to get into the idea of following John Connor in the future. Truth be told, I'm not even sure the movie was that interested in it. The film was in production hell for some time because of figuring out what characters the franchise should focus on. So many rewrites that much of the story was written while they were filming. And most of all, ownership rights. The copyrights for this series has been passed around so many times with so many hoops to jump through that even Christian Bale's action figure is covered up because they didn't know if they had the rights to show his likeness. This is the toy for the hero of your series. Imagine if they did that with Christian Bale in the Batman movies. He still looks better than Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Speaking of which, yes, this is the film that Bale freakout recording came from as well.
Oh, good for you. You're a nice guy, but I don't fucking cut it when you're bullshitting and fucking around like this on set. I never had a DP behave like this.
Is it weird to say that after years of other meltdowns, this one almost seems polite?
I'm gonna fucking kick your fucking ass.
I said almost. Needless to say, this movie's a mess, but is it a mess with some polished moments? Well, let's journey back and say, oh yeah, I did see that. This is Terminator Salvation. I think one of the conditions producers had for this movie was half the people not have last names. The 2000s! Our identity was, we had no identity. We open before Judgment Day as a death row inmate named Marcus, played by Sam Worthington, is asked by a doctor if he would donate his organs to a worthy cause after he's executed.
You know what I did. My brother and 2 cops are dead because of me.
Well, that'll be interesting to explore. Of course it doesn't.
You'd be donating your body to a noble cause.
But I'm not the only one with a death sentence, am I?
No, that's just how Helena Bonham Carter looks now. Years with Tim Burton just leaves you looking like that.
I'll sell it to you.
He says he'll sell his organs for a kiss from her.
So that's what death tastes like.
Says the guy on death row. This is some weird writing. We cut to a ton of text that honestly isn't needed. I think we all know the drill at this point. All it does is make me wish I was watching a Super Metroid movie. The only major change is the date. God, these sequels continue to be timeless. To be fair, that is the year Holmes and Watson came out. I can see the world looking like this. Well, now we know what happened to the original DP.
Connor is on the ground.
Christian Bale is number 3 in a long line of actors I totally don't buy are John Connor. He and his team come across a machine base where apparently they've been experimenting on humans, trying to create the T-800, aka the Terminator from the first movie.
Connor, get your ass topside. Remind those men they need to answer me on the radio, even if they're dead.
Everyone's lines are just the right amount of off in this. We get an extreme long shot without an edit of Connor being shot down because... Children of Men? I don't know. And he walks back to base as we see Marcus rises from below. Line? Oh yeah. I'm a simple dude. Seeing Christian Bale argue with Michael Ironside to see who can outman each other is pretty satisfying.
What the hell are you doing here?
What did we find out?
You put every man and woman in this sub in jeopardy. You'll be briefed on a need-to-know basis.
Well, I need to know. My men died.
You killed my partner! What? Oh, I don't know. We've hit all the other ones. 2 more and I get cliché bingo! They say they have a way to shut off Skynet, and Connor volunteers to test it out. He goes to his wife, Kate, played this time by Bryce Dallas Howard. Ooh, she's pregnant. What's that gonna mean? Okay. While he listens to the recording his mother made at the end of the first film.
What's most difficult for me is trying to decide what to tell you and what not to. Should I tell you about your father? Will it affect your decision to send him back in time?
Sounds a little more rushed and a little less poetic than the original, huh? You'll find that's a theme here. Speedy information over emotional comprehension. Even her picture is cut down to save time. Meanwhile, Marcus tries looking for some signs of civilization. Or color. Yeah, this movie's pretty fugly looking. I know it's after Judgment Day, but there's still a lot of post-apocalyptic films that still look good. This looks like someone filmed a person in front of their TV with Call of Duty on it, then put a tinted screen door over it. Maybe they're trying to simulate Arnold's vision, as the whole film feels like it's being viewed through sunglasses. Hey! Give a shout out to some of the effects though, as McGee really admired how much of the effects in the other films were in front of the camera and tried having as many on-set Terminators as possible. As we see when Marcus approaches the ruins of LA. Or maybe present-day LA. He's saved though by a young Kyle Reese, played by the late Anton Yelchin. How do I know it's Kyle Reese? Because he literally says nothing else when he greets people.
Come with me if you want to live.
Mr. Reese, this is Adam Rohr.
Come with me if you want to live.
Stephanie Evans.
Come with me if you want to live.
And Sarah Connor.
I have always loved you. Come with me if you want to live. It's funny how a joke that they never got an adult I could see as John Connor, because Anton is instantly believable as a young Kyle Reese.
Terminator. T-600. You can't go on foot. Machines will cut you down. You need speed.
I swear this is Michael Biehn with an Anton Yelchin Mission Impossible mask on. He is so eerie in how much he's got him down. After acting out the grittiest Roadrunner cartoon. No, seriously.
2-day-old coyote.
He introduces Marcus to his silent partner in survival, Star. Oh, I wonder what her backstory is. You know the difference between having people and characters, right? While that's going on, Connor makes a speech to whoever's listening.
We've been fighting a long time, and we have all lost so very much, so many loved ones gone.
Yeah, I bet that whispery, gravelly voice sounds great on the radio. What? Huh? Why should the cheesemakers be blessed? Hey, Bale, what's your character's name again?
This is John Connor.
Oh, right, my bad. The next day, they're attacked by Amazon drones, and for a guy who's never driven, he drives like he's always driven.
Keep it steady!
I've never driven before!
But I've seen Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. We'll be airborne in no time. They outrun them and come across another group of survivors. Wonder what their story. Something stopped me from completing that sentence. Thanks. It's the attachments that make this film meaningful. Now, I know you haven't seen something move quite this complex in the other Terminator movies, but Transformers just made bank. If this came out close to Frozen, they'd look like this. Thank you, Black Newt. I'll give them this too. Their kabooms are impressively kablooey. They seem to escape, but they're headed off at the pass.
Incoming enemy.
Reese Reese and Star are captured, I think because we started to get to know them, so kick their asses out, while Marcus gets flung into the river. Why do I always get an image of Captain Hook bouncing off the water whenever I see that? Smee!
John, give me some high heels during the action sequences. I feel naked without them.
Let's test the signal. Pray it works.
Didn't know Terminator Salvation had commercial breaks. Oh, is that what we're doing? Okay. Marcus comes across one of the ejected pilots. Oh boy, I can't wait to learn nothing about her. And she says her name is Blair Williams, played by Moon Bloodgold. Wait, which one's the fictional name?
Why don't you come with me to my base? Connor might know a way. He's definitely the guy you want to talk to.
If anything, he might know how to stop things from looking like the later Harry Potter movies. Did someone shit on the film? I mean, God! Yeah, this dark, easily ambushable area is a great spot to set down your gun.
What do you got there?
We've been watching you.
You looking for this?
Are you guys crazy? If you intimidate a woman you just met, she's not gonna instantly like you. You have to save her life first. Then she'll want to bang your bones.
You have a strong heart. God, I love that sound.
The way it counts down to your reset mode is so sexy. Wait.
You don't meet a lot of good guys these days.
I'm not a good guy.
You just don't know it yet.
I've known you for 3 minutes of this film's running time. I got you figured out. Meanwhile, Connor and some other soldiers test out their Skynet shutter offer in literally a mountain of shit. I can't see at all, so I'm just calling it a mountain of shit. Mount Dookie. They're on Mount Dookie. Fuck it! I would have yelled at this DP! It seems to work, but they discover they're going to use it to blow up the machine base with human prisoners still inside.
Leadership has its cost. You above all should know that.
Ashdown, come!
Damn him!
Why am I southern all of a sudden? Riggin' frogin' rockin' rabbit! Later, we see Marcus and Blair are almost home, but he accidentally steps on a magnetic mine. Or rather, the magnetic mine steps on him. Gotta love their animal reflexes. So, do I blow up or did you? Oh, it was me, got it! We're given the surprise that all of you figured out the minute he was reintroduced. Marcus is a machine with only a few human organs. Hey, here's another big shocker. Jared Leto's not actually Jesus.
You and me. We've been at war. Since before either of us even existed.
Pretty exciting, huh?
What is?
John Connor!
Is he? I mean, what has he been doing this whole time?
Well, staring. Staring? A general staring type of staring.
Does he do anything outside the bare minimum?
Does he even do the bare minimum half the time?
Well, what were you expecting?
I don't know. Maybe team up with that Marcus guy?
What?
Yeah, he could have formed a friendship with him, making the surprise that he's a machine all the more tragic.
And then you could have teamed up the pilot with Reese.
Are we writing a better story than you?
No, of course not. John Connor is the most important hero ever. Plus, you push a button and he talks.
What the fuck are you doing?
Maybe you should ignore that, but he's only available for a limited time.
I think that's for the best.
John Connor! He's important because reasons.
Nobody trusts him knowing he's a machine, so they plan to rip him apart. But Blair helps him escape for saving her life earlier. But not in the most delicate way.
Thank you.
I always joke those who rescue me. I value you! They both try to make it out, but soldiers chase after them. Wow, even her hair didn't get singed by any of that. His body must be made a 100% Coca-Cola machine. She stays behind so Marcus can escape, but John chases after him, getting snatched up by robo-leeches. Again, gotta love how they program the machines to growl. If I'm right, I think they even have Austrian accents. Marcus saves him though, and he calls a truce, saying he knows where Kyle Reese is being held.
He's in Skynet. You do that, he's dead.
I can get you in.
Hell.
How? That's like asking a Koopa how he's gonna get into Bowser's castle. Do you anything military?
Contact me on that. Let me know he's still alive.
What are you?
Dude, I'm right here. You don't need to yell. I took 2 steps back. I'm sorry, Bale. I keep forgetting. What's your character's name again?
This is John Connor.
That's it. Gotta write it down. As any movie about war heroes shows us, it's not about strategy, playing sides, or understanding the enemy. Nah, it's all down to speeches.
Command is going to ask you to attack Skynet. I am asking you not to. Our future will be lost.
We'll follow you, guy who hasn't done a goddamn thing yet. We're on social media, so we're used to that. Sorry, just keep blanking. What's the name one more time?
This is John Connor.
Mental post-it note, won't forget.
What should I tell your men when they find out you're gone?
Tell them I'm John Connor.
I'll be back.
Oh, that's even more gimmicky, much better. Speaking of which, he uses the same Guns N' Roses song from the second film to lure a biking robot. I guess that's the only song playing in this universe. In fact, what DJ is still playing music in the apocalypse? And he makes his way to the machine base. Marcus helps him get in, but is quickly captured by the machines, who say he was programmed to lead Connor straight to them.
Welcome home, Marcus.
You're dead.
Calculations confirm Serena
Coden's face is the easiest for you to process.
Nothing about your acting after 2001 is easy to process. In honestly a better effect than you would imagine, a T-800 prototype looking like Arnold steps out and tries to destroy him. And you can tell this is PG-13 because there's always a puff of smoke around Arnold's junk in every scene, like Grumpy Bear is walking under him or something.
No matter what they tell you, Mr. Bane, it is the size of your gun that counts.
But not only are the machines dumb enough to only have this be their means of destroying him, but they assign no security around Marcus, who, upon being told he's been had, may just want to escape. Skynet's the Cyberpunk 2077 of killer machines. To think this is how they make American Girl dolls. As much as I make fun of how ugly this film looks, this shot is pretty sweet. I was trying to do like that scene from Back to the Future 3 where he's driving towards the Indians. I love that scene. Very underrated sequel. Please die now. Jesus, I'm such a clot. One more time on the name, Bale.
John Connor!
John Connor. Helps if I say it out loud. John Connor. He pours molten lava on him, which always kills a Terminator, or not. Of course. Freeze him! That kinda worked before, and I already used my freeze pun, so let's call it a day.
Come on!
Oh wait, Marcus is out, so Connor uses electric wires to jumpstart him. This is a very silly movie. Sacrificing himself in the end. Marcus gets him back to base where they say his heart doesn't have much longer. You can guess where this is going.
His heart can't take it.
Take mine.
Why?
What's that?
Why would they want to save Connor?
Well, he's John Connor!
Yeah, but Marcus is half machine, has all the information for Skynet, and is on their side.
Yeah, wouldn't it make more sense to save him than a guy who's barely done anything?
Well, funny enough, that was sort of the original idea.
Really?
You see, the script originally had Connor dying, but his team members agreed the story around him was too powerful to let it die, so they placed his skin on Marcus, who had all the info on how to take Skynet down. So it wasn't actually John Connor who was the big savior, it was Marcus posing as Connor, keeping the legend alive and inspiring humanity to fight back.
Well, that's different.
To say the least. I'm not gonna pretend a lot of people wouldn't have been put off by this, as it makes the previous film saving him almost pointless. But seeing how the movies get further and further away from John's importance, this at least would have been an interesting twist on the idea. But instead, Marcus offers up his heart to save Connor, and all that precious Skynet info is lost forever.
But he barely did anything.
Yeah, he got some people out, but that's about it.
How can a movie about John Connor have John Connor doing nothing?
Here's those 5 notes from the Terminator theme.
It's not gonna win us over this time.
But it's so clangy. So clangy!
It's on the tip of my tongue. One more time, what do they call you?
This is John Connor.
Just wear a name tag. And that was Terminator Salvation, and give them credit, there's a lot to salvage. This film doesn't have bad ideas, it just has too many, and doesn't go all the way with them. It's not an awful movie, the performances work, the action is decent, and it is cool to see more effects in front of the camera as opposed to the last one. But it doesn't really come together, looks ugly, and most of it is kinda dull. If you just want people talking tough and shooting at things in a wasteland, it's got you covered there. But there isn't a whole ton of character or insight to propel it beyond that. It's not a train wreck by any means, but it's still a pretty underwhelming ride.
I don't know. Maybe we were too hard on John Connor.
Yeah, maybe he's just a late bloomer and we should be more patient.
Come on, guys. What do you say we give him another chance?
John Connor is dead.
What?
Looks like the machines got him. He wasn't important after all.
What?
What was even the point of...
But we have the new prophesized war hero of the future, Dani Ramos. She's the most exciting soldier the world has ever...
Yeah, fuck this noise.
No, wait! It's the real deal this time. She's totally gonna save the world. Come on! Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Sing it with me. Dun, 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 dun.
This is John Connor.